Hey guys, welcome to the fifth part in my Roblox Scripting for Beginners series. Today we're going to be covering scope and returning. Now, of course, to get started, we just create a new script. Now, let's say I have this variable named hello, and it is equal to 4. If I were to create a function, hi there, and make it print hello, and then create another function, hello there, and make it print hello, and then I of course run both of those functions, you'll see that if I run the game, they'll both print 4, which is the value of the hello variable. Now, this works because it is declared at the root level of the file, which means that there is nothing encasing it at all. So if I were to say put this into the hi there function and then run, you'll see that one prints 4 and the other prints nil, which is no value. This is because this variable is declared within this function, meaning only this function has that variable. No other function can get to that variable. So if I were to print by equals by, and then I print by there, and I print by there, and then I hit run, you'll see that now it says nil and then by. That is basically scope. You can only have the variable be used where it is located. So if I were to put this into another function within, so deeper function. This is a bit advanced, but it's for demonstration purposes. And I write hello, and then I try to print hello. You'll see that again, nil. And that is, of course, because it is declared within this function and cannot exit outside of this function. Now, for returning. Returning is basically if you're returning a variable or a value, like if you set the function to a variable or try to use that function as if it's a variable, if it returns a value, then it'll act as the value that it's returned. So if I write function, return a value, and I write local a equals 1, and then local b equals 4, and then return a plus b, this function will return 5 because a plus b is 5. Now, you'll see if I write print return a value and I run it, it returns 5. It prints 5. And that is, of course, because this return value is pretty much turning this function into a variable where it's used. So I could turn that into a variable too. Local returned value equals return a value, and then use that function return return value, and hit run. You'll see that it uses 5. Another way of returning is if you just want your code to completely stop. So if I hit return, then absolutely nothing will happen. It'll just return nil because the code hasn't given anything back. It's just stopped there. Another way you can use returning again is you could make it return another function, or you could make it return itself if you really want to. But I recommend not making it return itself unless it's because of something else. Like if a value is not what it should be, then you return the function again and it'll try that again. So what returning the function will do is wherever this function was called, it will just rerun that function until it returns a good value. Or that function will turn into the function that has been returned. So if I were to, I'm just going to put a print a plus b here, just for demonstration, and I make another function, second function, and I write local c equals 6, and local d equals 8, then I return c plus d, Then I return this function, giving it a second function. Then I hit run. You'll see that it now prints that 5 because it is right here. And then also prints 14 because C plus D, 6 plus 8 is 14. So returning a function will basically run that function and return whatever it returns into where you've put this. It pretty much turned this into another function. I hope I've explained that well. I'm not very good at explaining things, but that's been scope and returning. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.